Hello, hello. Okay. Follow. Come on. Apollo? Okay. Oh my god, Farsight does have one!
Cole. Once, there was a glorious kingdom. Here after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
Apollo.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm all.
Oh my god, look at Dia. She's so pretty. Is it worth pulling for her?
Gloves off.
mean, to be honest, I already have quite a bit of pyro characters I use, so I might not pull for her, but if I end up getting Sino, then I'll pull for her.
You're dead meat!
Oh, so sorry.
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Ready, steady, go!
Gloves off!
Hi, buddy.
Nowhere to run!
Go! Let the show begin. Leave it all to me.
Futa! Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned! Your penance is due! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Your penance is due! You stand condemned!
Oh, right. You know, I used to have a lot of these. I mostly, even if I do get any of the characters, even if I do get Dia or Sino, I might not even ascend them because, yeah. I'm just checking to see who's on the banner. Diluc. Ooh, I can get Diluc or Jean. Of course, Chi-Chi. Kaching. I really want Kaching. I don't know why. And then a crap ton of 4 stars. Nice. Oh, I do have her on my team. I can finally R5 this weapon.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Okay. Is there like new locations though? No. Doesn't seem like there's any new locations yet. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's in the first half. And
Submit for judgment.
Right now. Right here. Nothing lasts forever. Right now.
With the wind! Wind blade! A touch of frost.
Show them. Emerge.
From whence you came!
Come on out. Right now. Emerge.
Forth, my blade!
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword.
Spirit blade! Attack!
Right now. Right here.
Swift and merciful! From whence you came!
Right now. A sight to behold. Rain cutter. Time to act. Emerge.
One with my blade! Spirit blade! Attack! Disappear!
Show them. Right now. Emerge. Come on out. Let me read you a book.
A touch of frost! Submit for judgment!
Right here. Right now. Emerge.
Wind blade!
Right here. Emerge.
Swift and merciful.
Grain cutter. Nothing lasts forever.
That's following order.
Now you shall perish! Power of the Anti-Python!
Hey!
Need.
Yeah! Yeah!
There is no escape! Ha! Happy to oblige.
Lucky today.
Make yourselves at home! Everyone home here?
Barbados, guide us. Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Illusion shattered. Eyes on me!
Lucky today. Law of the jungle.
Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Ha!
You want this?
I swear by my sword. To ashes! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
From whence you came, forth my blade.
If you ever want to trade tactics,
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Tevat, right?
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim. So, what address did that person give you anyway?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course, here it is. All yours.
Come on! Paimon wants to have a look too! Hiya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us. Or maybe he's just being yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh? Kaya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. It's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her? The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes. Sumeru spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented. That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master Diluc are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Hey, using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain!
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
And? Do continue.
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I was very young then. Don Winery had only just taken me in. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a business meeting. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria, which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru. And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo, and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young. My life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I started caring less as well. I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe Stat for no other reason than simply to give me a happier life. A happy life sounds good to me, of course, even if it means being cut off from certain things. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss. Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Dainsleif?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsleif, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Huh?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way, are you?
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been. Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute, so I'll leave the three of you to carry on the conversation without me.
Well, alright then. You go do your thing, Kaya.
See you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen. Well, I suspect that they call your sister their princess, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if she was the founder, she'd be the queen, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember that name?
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan! We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered something. Your sister. She mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together. Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the place that she mentioned back then?
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept. If I recall correctly, we were somewhere in Avidya Forest then.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years!
No. Now is not the time. No, it's just... I'm still waiting for my drink.
Serious?
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Wait. This place, it's familiar.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this hundreds of years ago, too?
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here, after all. Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever owns that house, but it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps? Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
Nothing else stands out in this area. All that's left is that building. Come on.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging in? What if someone's home?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without incident.
If you say so. Well, you lead the way then, Dane. There's a box over here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off. Huh? This is a mirror. It's broken, too. Was this a makeup box? That's kinda disappointing. Paimon was hoping we'd uncover some super big secret, especially after Dane talked this place up. Hey, look! It's a bowl! Guess whoever used to live here liked to cook, huh?
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent of medicinal herbs in here.
Oh, so it's a medicine bowl? Seems you're right. You've got a good nose on you, Dane. This bed looks pretty ordinary. Huh. There's nothing underneath it either. What sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp. Can't be all that comfortable. Doesn't look like there's anything else worth our attention here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious and instincts both assert that something once happened here. But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly. I hear noises outside. Let's go and check.
Noises? Is it...
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back.
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose. He's in surprisingly good shape for a 500-year-old. Although for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
There is no escape! Witness the power! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! Eyes on me! Inadmissible evidence!
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that attracted them. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. But it seems to be more than that. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to investigate any issues with the nearby ley lines. I might be a while. You should wait for me here.
What? You're going alone? You better not be trying to keep some secret from us.
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just camp out here then. Good thing there's a fireplace over there. Let's make ourselves something to eat. All this running around has made Paimon real hungry. There are still so many places for us to explore.
Let's go.
Your cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would changing the subject. Dane's taking forever. He said that there might be an issue with the nearby ley lines. How bad do you think it could be? We came together, but now it's back to just being the two of us again. You know, now that Paimon mentions it, we really have spent lots and lots of time together, haven't we? So, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but, do you ever get tired of Paimon being around? Oh, you stop it! Now you're embarrassing Paimon. So, next question. Don't know if it's okay to ask this, but Paimon's curious. What was it like traveling with your sister? The stars? Wow. Yeah, Paimon understands. Being separated without even knowing the reason why, it's just terrible. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles, and you too, Teyvat! You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, 'cause if you're sad, Paimon will be too. All right. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up. Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just wants to look after you for once. Nighty-night. Go on, shoo! Off to sleep!
Hey, time to wake up. The sun has risen. What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. You dreamed of your sibling. All right. Rest here a bit.
fault! What do you think you're doing? This place is not whatever you think it is. Your travel companion. You mean the one that was keeping watch by your side last? Your companion departed for the forest early this morning. That much I... What business is that of yours, hmm? All you need to know is that I claimed this place first, and what I do here is none of your concern. Do I make myself quite clear? Leave. Well, what are you waiting for? I've been observing. Still, I'm warning you, no funny. Okay, fine. Whatever. You... Oh, go on then. Have it your way. I knew I wasn't going to be able to. But no overreacting to anything you see in here. Come on then. Mind your own business. Don't worry. He isn't aggressive. How could he be? He was too young for anything like that. So don't you lay a finger on him. Just... find... Huh? You know Conria? Do you worship a god, traveler? Sounds like you've had it. I apologize for my earlier hostility, but you must understand, as far as I'm concerned, humans who do not worship the Seven are nigh, and all who place faith in the gods are my... That may be. But the fact is that chances to talk to people like yourself have been few and far between since the cataclysm. This wretched curse of immortality. Who knows how long I must continue to suffer like this? The curse. It was a little gift given to the people of Conria by those vile gods. We lost our home, our loved ones, everything. The agony of the cataclysm itself was already too much to bear, but then came the curse, robbing us any chance of release. All we can do is watch helplessly as our souls erode and our bodies decay. Because, although Conria began with a single bloodline, it was a home to others too. Any who forsook their gods and came to Conria were welcomed as our fellow citizens. When the cataclysm came, we pure-blood Conrians were declared the greater. But those whose ancestry... He is Caribert. My... How times have changed. Then, one day, Caribert faced great hardship from the very moment of his... After all that, He turned into a hilichurl right before my very eyes. I always owed him much, and now at least I can finally be close to him. She was. We were separated. I do not wish to dwell on it. It could be worse. I suffer the pain of loss because I once had everything I could wish for. And now that I have lost almost everything, the little that remains I see with new clarity. If nothing else, at least I still have Caribert. Yes, that reminds me, I own... Over here. I'm sure you're wondering why Well, it's because he needs a medicine that can one which will help him to recover his clarity. I do not hope to break the code, but it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of Sumeru's god. I believe that it might just work. I read about it in a book. From the Royal Library of... In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and... The gods have already Never mind. As it happens, my hands don't have the Okay. Also, do you have any, of, Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? Could you really? This is the...
Guess we can rest a bit.
Is it done? Oh, splendid. Let me see. Well, the moment... No! I said before that this medicine relies on the power of the God of Wisdom for its restorative effects. Which means... we must... Let's go. Look at this statue. How can I bow before this thing? God of wisdom! Look at me! I will utter no... You... God of... My son! If everything the gods have done was in... Then I... All I ask... Please, God... I... Curry Bear? Well, we've prepared them. Curry Bear, it's me. It's your father. Curry Bear. Curry Bear. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side when you were born. And that But I'm here now. Are you still angry with me, Curry Bear? I know you're awake now. Do you not want to talk to me? I'm so sorry, Curry Bear. Forgive me. Please, say something, anything. Please. Please. Oh, gods above! You took... I'd give you my very... The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment. Other reasons. What do you mean? Huh. You really think so? Give up? Even if I must stay here with... Let's go. The most crucial ingredient. The details don't matter, right? There is a waterfall near the statue I prayed at. I need you. I'll be here, watching Kari Bear. Good.
Ha!
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back? You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Ah, you're back. Carabear's condition is stable. By which I mean he still isn't responding. Anyway, give me the water. I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't let any forest rangers approach the house. Understand? Ah, good. I'll be back soon. The fertilizer won't take but a moment to make.
Inazuma shines eternal!
This way, Colonel.
There is no escape! To ashes!
Everyone hold hands.
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Verdict is...
Illusion shattered!
What happened? Was it monsters? Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't have taken them on all by myself. I'd have to hide and wait until they were gone. Oh, yes, I've got the fertilizer. The effects can take some time to kick in, so let's get on with it. Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dose. I trust you. Oh, I have been so... I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. We're here. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Cory Bear? Oh no, he must have left while we were too busy. Come on!
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
That's not Coribert. Right. Coribert's scarf was a gift I once gave to his mother. My eyes must be Ah, yes. Yes. Did it go in here? Well, let's head in. What a ghastly place. Huh. It looks like they're, worshipping. Sometimes, walking. I've never seen anything. Oh, there's only one way to find out.
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering?
Committed to memory.
Power that ended Hypedon!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
I see everything.
Burn!
Yes.
Ah!
escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Hey!
Illusion shattered! To ashes! Now you shall perish!
How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down? Or gravity itself? It seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Halt, humans! Fate has not granted you the right to enter this place. Do you insist on an audience? Very well. Then I grant you the trial of destiny.
Hear the vital prophecy. Retribution! Ha! Ha!
This may hurt a little. Share my knowledge. Yeah, yeah.
Desolation!
You have it.
Ha!
Illusion shattered. Power that ended Python.
Ha! Ha! Verdict is...
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape. Ha!
Desolation!
Commit it to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Burn! Ha! Ha!
To ashes.
Desolation!
Shine down. Ha! Now you shall perish.
Grow, grow, grow. Yeah.
Ha!
Illusion shattered.
Ha! 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 Conquer the war! Retribution! Nevermore!
Yeah, I see everything.
Ha! 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 Freeze and devour!
Commit it to memory.
Ha! Desolation!
Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Verdict is...
Eyes on me.
Who was that? He was... He was a He had the most... And yet, you were able to defeat him. Let's continue on. I think we've made it to the end.
Why do you bow down? Oh, dear creature. Why do you bow? You are like a flower, born in sin, yet pure, spotless. I know your fate well. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept the countless lies. Go forth, become a transcendent one. Rise beyond the fate bestowed upon you. And I shall shed a tear at the
What? When I saw that thing, I feel good. In fact, is that so? All right. Coribert! Oh, thank goodness! He's still... I have a strength for this to happen. Right at the moment. You say that I bowed before that... I have to try. No matter what, you said it yourself. I have to exhaust all options. Coribert! Oh, my goodness, it worked! It's a miracle! Oh, you see?
Where's Mama?
Mama is... Coribert, look at me. Do you know who I...
Of course. Your Papa.
Yes! How do you feel?
Yes. It feels like I just woke up from a long, long sleep. My
Papa? Don't panic, son. It's just... While you were sleeping, there's no more Conry here. In this world, you have to be a little monster, but you get to stay.
Am I?
No, of course not. Look, Coribert, you still have Mama's scarf on your arm. Yes, really. You've only just woken up, and this must all be very confusing for you. Oh, and, never take... Understand? Whatever...
Okay, Papa.
Not since that day have I been so glad as I am now. I can't believe this is really happening. I knew that placing my hope in the Seven was a waste of time. I even worshipped at one of their statues like a common fool. Never before have I humiliated myself like that. Once a murderer, always a murderer. I was naive to think that the gods who conspired, but the god we saw in that cave, that wondrous power, it was... Now then, after piety is hardly my area, a sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You and I have both witnessed his... No matter. I am going to pay my respects with or without you.
Barbados, guide us.
Sharing my knowledge. This may hurt a little. Grow, grow, grow!
Wind, hear me.
Committed to memory. Grow, grow!
To ashes! Now you shall perish!
Impossible! What happened? The Hilly Churl worshippers have disappeared too? Was it all an illusion? That's true. Yes, it was neither illusion nor coincidence, and certainly no dream. Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, we shall see it again. Could he really have been a sinner and not a god? Cory Bear? Where has he gone? Oh, no, no, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or an adventurer? Wait a minute. This isn't how we left it. Oh, no. The mirror, it's broken! He must have taken his mask off. And, if he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him. It's his scarf. He dropped it. Looks like we're going the right way. Come on. Cory Bear! Cory Bear! Where are you? Curses! Forest rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a, hilly...
I asked you first. Don't...
I said, have you...
Hey, whoa! Look, sir, there are hilly churls everywhere. What's the big deal? We see...
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there.
You... Forest ranger scum!
You're raving mad! You've got some gall coming here to...
Curse you all, forest rangers!
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over it?
He'd only just regained his mind. So tell me, forest rangers.
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must know, I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have...
Yeah.
Wait, you're leaving? Not even a thanks for the...
Cory Bear! Cory Bear, stop! Whatever you saw, it was... I told you, we're in a fair... Cory Bear? How could this happen? He... Come! Cory Bear, we have to go home now.
Papa?
Cory Bear.
Papa, I can't take it.
Please, Cory Bear. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa!
Finally, it all... Ah, Traveler. You're... Wait, no. Why am I still calling you Traveler? Oh... I suspected it was you. Oh, of course you haven't. With your status, you can... In any case, I've been using a fake name. My real name is Clotar. Clotar Alberic. You saw it too, didn't you? Unmistakable, the power inside Cory Bear and the... Yeah, I am positive now. It's the power of the abyss, isn't it? Oh, at long last, I have seen it with my own eyes. That is no business of yours. A sinner. Yes. Salvation for a sinner can only come from a sinner. Cory Bear did not deserve his fate, but now... It's wonderful. He will be able to... Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of... Sinister. Dangerous. Oh, I never imagined that you, of all... We once believed that you would bring new strength and hope to Conria. To us, you were the abyss. A wondrous mystery far beyond our imagination, and the one who controls the abyss can control it. We yearned. But what did you bring? Oh, Prince.
Why did he just call me?
Traveler! Hey, Traveler! Traveler!
What happened while you were unconscious? I checked the ley lines nearby. It appears that the Abyss tampered with them. Information and memories flow within the ley lines. You mean Clotar after founding the Abyss Order, his faith in the... But the curse of immortality continued to... After 100 years, yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled you could say that. She wouldn't be the Abyss...
Are you alright? You have a trouble...
So you saw her memories from centuries ago, through your own eyes. Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the Loom of Fate did indeed rear its head during that time. And it seems closely connected to Clotar Alberich's son, Caribert. And yet your sister never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that the moment that she decided to go down this... Indeed. Clearly this series of events sparked... What is it?
The field? What?
You mean here?
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
A male and female skeleton. Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later. And it's holding a silk scarf. But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were... What? Unless... Clotar Alberich finally found a way to... This all raises far too many questions. We should part ways here.
Huh? You're just gonna...
It's better that we split up for now.
Who's he?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity, if the time is right.
But what do you mean that he saw the Traveler? How is that possible?
I fear that while these things would limit anyone else, they are no obstacle to him.
What? Why? What is he?
All right, let's leave it there.
There goes Dane. What is it? Huh? remember. What else did we put on our shopping list? Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some. We can still add it to the list.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
Huh. So you two are still hanging out together. Dia, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard, not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends. The Homayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dia to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dia wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming. Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dia. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
But she said they'll treat you to the best dishes! I can't believe you can still refuse that!
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today, when you leave? There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can...
Oh, come on.
I know,
All right. Ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, have you been delaying our trip because you've run into some kind of trouble?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. But if something really is bothering you...
Oh, looks like...
You're too perceptive. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya? All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion. Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you may already know, the Eremites have both a lot of mercenaries and a complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave. However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of...
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Akmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Akmar.
Dakan?
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years. Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Akmar is led by my father, Kusela.
Say what now?
I think I'm starting to understand your anxiety now. But what did they do?
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yep. The scenes tend to be quite gruesome, too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them. Not only have they targeted merchant caravans and ordinary citizens, but other mercenary brigades as well.
That's beyond terrible.
I don't know how Deshret's relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Akmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years. If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target. I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
I don't know. People change. He's always...
That's setting the bar pretty low.
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I... He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women. Of course, the other brigade members were just like him. Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Sounds like an...
What about your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
Unfortunately, It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me. He'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me, but the problem was that he had terrible taste. They were tales of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about 20 repeats, they started to get a little dull. He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole... Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords. It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
What an interesting guy.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish, but that was something I could just shrug off. I had no reason to despise him. Until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself. Looting, blackmail, no one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
I think I can understand your feelings. The difference between perception and reality must have hit hard.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father and left that place behind for good. I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to... Yeah, I told the boys to gather as much information as they could.
I see. But isn't the...
It is, but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess.
Well, he's super tough, so if he went into the...
I'm inclined to agree. I'll wait for news from you in the city until then.
All right, then let's get...
Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these two friends of yours? Likewise. There's no need to be so formal. Anyway, since we've got a newcomer, let me fill you in on what the Khan al-Ahmars. They've become extremely aggressive. They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own. And it sounds like they've thrown that straight to the wind.
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different brigade, or turn to merchants on the black market. A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food.
That's terrible!
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora. A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them, rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora.
Wait, a pout?
You heard me right. If their only goal is more, unfortunately... Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as the Khan al-Ahmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole
it sounds mighty strange to me too. Harun, you can leave the rest of the investigation to us. Gotta say though, I didn't expect you to go on.
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation as you are. The Khan al-Ahmar is your father's crew after all.
What he said. Besides, Dia, haven't you done... Yeah. And while they went to talk with any survivors of the...
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here too.
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebat. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from him. Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Hey, what about Paimon? Feel anything special?
Oh, you're also planning to tag along with them?
Of course! Paimon is the traveler's most important guide. Wherever he goes, Paimon will follow.
Oh. In that case, then you'd better take care...
Don't underestimate Paimon!
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles as the traveler here. Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge by appearances. Oh, one other thing, Dia. We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Mane. The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to...
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry and I couldn't make it back in time for the event.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into our ranks.
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up with your mouths gaping. The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up again? Huh? Wait, are you serious? Why have I never heard about this?
I don't think you were...
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that and you weren't even gonna tell me?
All right. We can tell you about it later. Now's not the time.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
Are they always like this?
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. And if that doesn't put an end to it, then you just challenge them to a fight. But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it all out of your system as soon as things come up is better than keeping everything bottled up. That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hard to stop once you get used to it. Though, I can never do that when I'm with the Homiyanis. Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you go back to your bickering?
Yeah, You hear her, Holloff? All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no idea what hit them.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the...
Will do. You stay safe, Dia.
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out!
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out!
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another, so let's all be careful.
No need to worry. He knows his way around a fight.
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard on the enemy. After all, we still need to get information out of them. Here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
That's close enough.
Buckle up! Ha! Hey! There is no escape!
No more tricks up your sleeve!
Look alive!
I'll be back.
Huh? You're... the Flame Bane.
Good. That saves me an introduction.
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer.
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds!
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supply. I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
But why would he be so extreme?
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect them to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe it's not a good idea to interrogate him any further. What should we...
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. He might just hurt himself again if we start asking. There are lots of goods around here. Let's search the area. Maybe we'll be able to find something. I'm really sorry.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record.
Let me take a look. Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. This caravan is... That person will then pack the caravan... Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
No value?
Yeah. Every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert, was simply marked as delivered. Perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care about profit margins at all? Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. There are a lot of entries. Everything was probably sourced from the rainforest. Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Homayani? You mean Dunyarzad's family? Could it just be another family with the same last name?
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's father, and the head of the Homayani family. Just what the heck is going on here? I'm sorry. You're right. I'll consider what we found and not jump to conclusions just yet. But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been providing goods to Dakana Lakmar.
What if the Homayanis have been kept in the dark and don't know they've been trading with Dakana Lakmar?
That's a possibility, but if that was the case, why is this caravan specifically named Shazamon as their person of contact? They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Ribat or Port Ormos. Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid the proceeds from the sale of the loot.
But why would he do something like this? It's not like the Homayanis are in need of money.
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything suspicious. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment costs for Dunyarzad's Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of Mora in the past? But that's still just a speculation. I don't think the Master would stoop so low to make Mora. You're probably right. I know my lady's personality, and she wouldn't deliberately keep something like this from us.
But what should we do now? All we found is just another mystery.
If you ask me, we already have no choice but to confront her about this. I'm not worried. It's too early to make a verdict. Let's go find my lady again. We'll tell her everything and see if she's willing to lend us her support. If we're lucky, we can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but also follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the people responsible at Dakan al-Akmar.
Dia, are you sure this is the best decision? What if instead of getting the help we need, we just end up revealing everything we've discovered to the enemy?
I've considered that possibility, but even still, I want to tell her what we found. I think I owe her that much. True friendship is built on trust. She showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. I can't repay her kindness with doubt and suspicion. That's not how I deal with people.
You're right. Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad too.
Yeah. Let's pay another... We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then. Well, how did it go? What did you...
Actually, we're still investigating. It's just that we've discovered something strange.
I see. The clues you found have led you back here, in the city?
Something like that, yeah.
You all look a little dispirited. Whatever you found must not have been very encouraging after all. Why don't you discuss it with me? Maybe I'll be able to say something to cheer you up?
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being upset with my father or anything like that. How should I put this?
So something is wrong. Even the Traveler and Paimon have been uncharacteristically quiet. On any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted, "Dunyarzad, we're back!" So tell me, what happened?
Well?
My lady, please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next.
The Master? You mean my father? Okay, I understand. Don't worry about me. My father has been supplying goods to Dakan al-Akmar?
Yeah, it makes as little sense to... I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could ever support an infamous brigade like them. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
I can't help but
Huh?
Thank you for sharing, since you've told me in the past. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the corps.
About that. Well, the Homiyanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached... Later, the Master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries. He offered me a pile of Mora, so...
Well, but that didn't really answer my question.
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available. I think I get what you're saying. You'd think none of this was a coincidence.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seems... If my father had always been in contact with Dakan al...
You mean the goal all along was to get Dia to be your bodyguard?
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father a long time ago. He has no control over...
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father...
So, the Master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
Sorry we put all of this on you so suddenly, Dunyarzad.
It's okay, Paimon. Regardless of his...
But is that... My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. However, if we decide to...
Dia...
It's alright, Dia. If anyone were to ask, you could...
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not
Hey! It's still too early to give up hope! What was the thing about friendship? Right, yeah, trust! You said that yourself! Besides, there's no point on getting all riled up before we've...
Thank you, everyone. That makes a lot of sense. I guess I should always remember the trust that I've placed in people. In which case, my lady, could you ask the Master to come out and have a chat with us?
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be able to give us a...
usual place?
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two.
Yes, my daughter has mentioned, but we may skip all the pleasantries for now. What is the important matter you would...
Well, we wanted...
So, that's what you found? Huh.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like it...
Well, it's a long and difficult story. What I do know, though, Dia, is that the truth will bring you no solace. If anything, it will likely...
Wait, me...
Yes, I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched by your collective commitment to... But knowledge always comes at a price. Your father, Kusela, and I both believed that. Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth, but the facts of this matter may reduce everything you've... If you must proceed, then Kusela's heartfelt efforts will also fade into the wind like a fleeting...
His heartfelt efforts? I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not sure I follow. I've made it this far in life without a single drop of my father's support. I have my own ideals and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to change. I came here today to support you as the head of the Homiyama.
I understand. Our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyarzad was just a baby. Along the way, we were attacked. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dakan Allah. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. What? Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyazad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly started crying.
Really?
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same age. We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for it.
So, that's what happened.
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door. The man I knew to be strong and healthy.
So, what happened to him?
I'm not too sure myself. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyazad, now that she had grown, would need a bodyguard of her own. At the time, Dunyazad was going through a particularly severe bout of her Elazar. There was no need for her to have a bodyguard when she could barely leave the house. But he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be... I was completely lost at first.
So he was the one who recommended Dia.
Indeed. He didn't say it. He was already beyond redemption, but if Dia could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then
And that's why you offered her such generous compensation?
Yes, but not... And that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was willing to spend however much it took. Kusela saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him and...
He was always like that. Acting like he's oh so smart and
Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. The letter contained a request to help him by...
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dakana Al-Akhmar started becoming more aggressive?
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty... But by then, he was no longer... That thought occurred to me. After some deliberation, I am aware that even in the end,
If you can, please tell... None of the things he's doing... If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then...
Oh no. Dia, please don't feel that way.
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around another way. But I guess you'd...
I'll do my best to help. I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. However, there's a man on the list named Job. He's responsible for supply. I've heard that he...
Understood.
I'll stay and be with my father. My father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I feel like...
Yes. I am prepared. It's time to face...
Huh? Who are you?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps. Pretty bold, if you ask me.
Shh. Keep your voice down. How do you know all that? Come with me. We should take this elsewhere. I'll be happy to talk things over once we're somewhere private. This place should do. All right. Back to my question. How did you all know about me?
Don't worry about that for now. You know what kind of punishment you'll face once we report you.
Wait. There's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this out.
So what's in it for you?
Well, I was a little tight on money. I waited in my mind and...
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating Dakana Al-Akhmar, and we're gonna put an end to their operations. If you provide some help for us, then we might just put in a good word later to reduce the terms of your punishment.
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first? Listen.
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a...
All right, sheesh. They're always on the move. Here's the feel free to go have a look. I'm just telling you, though, it's not on me if they're not there anymore.
Sure. And then you can forget about any nice work.
Hey, come on. Now you...
Really? And how do I know you're not leading us straight into a trap? Don't forget, you're the one with no bargaining chips.
All right, I get it. Why don't you go take a look, and if they're not there anymore, I'll try to figure out...
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as for you, try to stick around the city and... Seems like we're in luck. That should be there. Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves. I'm here to see Kusela. Tell him to get out here.
Tia, why are you here?
Shines eternal!
Take that!
Eyes on me!
Burn!
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Haven't you all done enough?
Oh, so are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
Committed to memory.
Verdict is...
You're dead meat!
Oh, she's so strong.
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things too far. Just bring Kusela to me. There's no use hiding him anymore. Did you understand a single word I just said?
All right, everyone, let's all just calm... Dia, He died.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least, that's what the old man wanted.
When did he die? What?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Ahmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge.
Let me start from the beginning.
Overwhelming strength and
Those were a part of it, yes. But just those on the... Regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced, every person in Deshret's Relics were forced to leave a record of themselves at headquarters. Whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable... That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, but you, Dia. You were never asked to provide a record.
I never even knew this was...
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's Relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's... Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay regularly, but in the end, he was just an ordinary He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records.
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk without a cane.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of this, and I'd never seen him get injured or beaten.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds from a beating and wounds from battle? When you left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
So, even the blazing beasts were...
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced to a pulp before you ever left the desert.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any... His words made no sense to me. But that night...
Everyone gained their freedom that night. Many members... But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of...
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on, the sole purpose of Dakan al-Ahmar became revenge. The big fire that bought... Even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through to the very end. There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding. Some fled to other brigades, and others escaped to the rainforest. But we won't let any of them escape our wrath. They'll all pay for what they've done.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of supplies. All we can do is we forged bosses. We were also able to attract many Deshret's relic.
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We do not deserve the freedom that the boss won for us with his life. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about sacrificing yourself to save the world. We used to always laugh at him for it. But in the end, he really went and lived those stories out himself. As for me, I never considered myself a hero. We're all the lowest of the low. We have no right to even imagine such an existence. But maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come. The spirit of the hero touched all those he had saved, and more people joined his cause. Maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the lines, we were drawn in. And now, we want to see the story through. I'm sorry, Dia.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dia?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. All I know is that Deshret's relics must be destroyed. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I want to know if my father is still there. I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this on my own.
Yeah, Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't see this through to the end.
Thank you. We'll be a lot stronger together with you.
I bet Boss would lose.
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful as you.
He can think whatever he wants, but the fact is...
Something on your... Is this the entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here. Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holed up and...
Who cares? We'll round up.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they...
Yeah, we'll know what their real... Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before.
Yeah, they don't stand it.
To ashes! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! Illusion shattered! Buckle up!
Grow! Yeah, this is unwise!
How regretful.
no escape!
Everyone hold hands.
Take that! Shine down! You asked for it! Look alive!
Feeling lucky today?
Illusion shattered!
Burn!
I'm getting
Now you shall perish! Shine down! To ashes!
You want this one?
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Gloves off!
I'll be back.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any...
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't think we triggered anything.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take... Let's go! We can't let the boss...
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we...
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something.
Okay, let's...
Let's get it on!
Make yourselves at home. This might hurt a little.
Verdict is... Ha!
Eyes on me! Shine down! Ha!
Ha! Ha!
Illusion shattered!
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Time for retribution!
Committed to memory.
You asked for it. Look alive! Illusion shattered! Power that ended Python!
I see everything.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Verdict is...
Gloves off! Let's get it on! Ha! There is no escape! Now you shall perish! To ashes!
Time for retribution!
Buckle up! Hi! Hi! Illusion shattered!
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through, but as a desert dweller, I suppose...
Don't waste your breath. You have...
Run. Had I wanted to, I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relic. Even now, my brothers and I, the greatest...
So you want to go out in a...
Let us draw our weapons! They are but two. Well... Wave one! Charge! Eliminate them!
Where do you think you're going?
Let's get it on! Torn to oblivion! Power that ended Python!
I'll take that lead.
Hey!
Burn!
Don't think that you've won. We're just getting started.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Eyes on me!
Testing my patience. Time for retribution!
Me again. King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Look alive! Ha! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Let's wait for it a little.
So got some kick. To ashes! Shine down!
Verdict is...
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Let's get it on! Hi!
Brothers! With me, this is where we'll prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive! Sad. Your sacrifice is ready.
Where do you think you're going? Eyes on me!
Now you shall perish!
Ha! You're dead meat! Goodbye. But we'll meet again. The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming. This place is like a gladiator.
Yes! Keep fighting!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their... I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! Ugh, so they've broken through the front.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen! No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep...
So, it would...
Time to pay for everything.
You think I would give you... I will be buried in the sand, alongside all the...
Hey, wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Hey, dear! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
Who are you filthy rats? And what?
You call yourself a...
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know? It's not like...
This is your last chance.
Hey, I said I don't know any... If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and face with so many people coming in and out at...
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to... Where's the records room?
It's right over there. All the files are in there.
I mean the old records.
The old records room? You mean the one... Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling, but in the short time it supposedly... He couldn't have possibly outrun us. And after that...
Stop wasting our time. Tell me, where...
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of... Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. Spare them no mercy.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have...
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if...
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh? Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dia, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dia, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad. What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to... And Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. These opportunities don't come by often. Hey, come on! Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. Dunyarzad will also be here shortly.
Aw, thanks. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. But when everything came to an end, it was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. Idrisi and the other... My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But despite all my promises about never forgiving, we're hypocrites. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often...
You're back! Are all of you all right?
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Huh? Dia.
Paimon will explain.
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions, but...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting to feel...
Dia, your pain must be even worse. You shouldn't...
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing is fine. My father probably... That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. But now that I consider it again...
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character, even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous.
Isn't that neat, though? Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating?
Right. You said you wanted...
We'll come along, too.
I can't thank you enough for taking...
This rug here is quite something. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? You can still talk? Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take... Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except...
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the court could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father left behind. Huh.
Well, back in... But let's see what's this? It's just a bunch of junk.
Perhaps it's just been...
A handwritten copy of a... It was against the act...
That probably means this was really important to him.
Ah, and here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated. Maybe that's where the smell was coming from.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the... Who even leaves snacks in a box like this? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, a wool scarf, which, from the looks of it...
Suddenly...
I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind of personal trash heap, and 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these the kinds of things that a normal person would leave behind?
Huh? There's some...
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter to Dia. It's all right. I'll just read it out.
My conditions become... If you're reading this letter, you were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you... But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably Idrisi's fault. He was never up to any good.
Can you believe this guy? He can point...
Anyway, back to the reason being that...
Wait, what?
Surely,
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cool. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day, and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you. You were just lying there, small and helpless. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I was their most... Anyway, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
He was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything.
Do you already have some ideas about the
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be...
I'll help too.
Thank you. My life is certain because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.